Okay, thank you. The name of my presentation is the Takianta and Laboratory of Climate Heritage. We can see what we can learn from this heritage. Next slide, please. So I came here to make a storytelling about this lady. And I think that when I finish this story, I can go to Benin and I finish my presentation. I hope you agree with me. Okay, as you can look on the picture, this small lady, the name is, these children is Tempa. Tempa have his face for the future, but the hand in the past. Why in the past? In the past because many long time, slide please, the people of Tempa use local materials like have to make construction, donc to build this beautiful home. And it's not just the home, it's not just for the living, it's also for the spiritual, for the connection between the world where we are living here and the world where we will live after we die. So the first floor is for the living room, but when for the people who is physical living, and when you go to the top, you have another space for the food, for the bedroom, also for the animals, etc. So next slide, please. So, and what we are going to do, what is our work, because this heritage is threatened, is going to disappear. So we are going to, we create some like school, traditional school. You know, it's not possible to go to university to learn about how to build Takianta. It's not possible to go to small school to learn about this. So the only way we have to learn is workshop to build together. But the oldest people is going to die with all this knowledge. You know, the man who is architect of this build, name is Otamari. Otamari means the man who have to build, you know. And when he wants to build these houses, he's not going to use computer. He's not going to use ASCII. He's not going to use anything like this. Everything is in demand, you know. And he's going to use all knowledge in demand. How we can work with him to transmit this knowledge for the new generation. So we create this school, and we make like a groups between youth and whole generation, and we make a community work hard. You can see on the picture, this is the man who is Otamari. Otamari means architect, you know, and he's a principal architect, but he has apprentice who is learning like he's in the school. Next slide, please. So I also want to talk about community work, community engagement, and also women work in the step of building these houses. Because to build these houses is not the work for one person, it's community work. And all community, like women, like children, like youth, like oldest people, all of them have a role in all the process of building these houses. The woman is in charge of decoration, also in charge of finishing of the building. And to make this work, they're going to use local materials. So what is these local materials we are going to see? Next slide, please. Okay, for the stability and the intensity, they are using vegetal materials, animal materials, and also agriculture waste. So this step is only the step they use power. So in all the process of building these houses, they are not going to use electricity energies. They just need to use power to have this painting is for the painting. So this is only the step we use the power, and is not the electricity. Is just is fire. So it's important to know that, because we are talking about how we can build without more power, because in Africa we don't have electricity, we don't have more electricity. Next slide, please. And you can see that we have many local materials who come from animals, from also vegetal, and also natural materials. And we can see that we have this is from agriculture. This is line. This is from animals, and this also is vegetal materials. And all this is mixed for two reasons. The first reason is to respect environment. The second is to have bioclimatical houses, because they have possibility to change. When it's cold outside, it will be hot inside, and when it's hot inside, it will be cold outside. Next slide, please. So when they use all these natural materials, they build these beautiful houses, beautiful home. As you can see, and all is natural, all is local materials, and is very, 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 very nice. And what we can learn from all this traditional knowledge, what we can learn to use it on maybe modern architecture. Next slide, please. Okay, you see that is a very, very, very beautiful house, right? So they teach us it's very important to respect environment. So you to build these houses, they are not going to destroy anything around the place. They just build it, and with connection between environments, between all of important place of this site. Also, they teach us about, as I was saying, about natural air conditioner, because it's hot at this place in West Africa. So in the modern architecture, we see that people is going to use air conditioner, and it needs more power, more electricity. We don't have electricity. So we have to build something like this, and have natural ventilation, And they know that it's important to make orientation of this heritage to have natural ventilation. So we can learn from them how in modern architecture we can make orientation. Also we can learn about the comfort, the health, because all the materials they use to build is good for the health. It's not like modern material who can be very dangerous for the health. Next slide, please. And also we can learn about design. You can see that it's very kind design, and you see there are many places, and it's different, it's not the same. You have 5 types of this heritage. You can see that it's very amazing and very design it, and the modern architect can use it to more innovation in the architecture. Also to about the organization in the room, because how to manage space on the room and to use it more better. they have also this knowledge. Next slide, please. And then, how about resilience? About this heritage, because we have the same challenge. We have one planet, and we have like the same problem. And this heritage is going to disappear, as I was saying. And one of the reasons is climate change. So we need resilience. And for us, resilience means also to be independent, to have economical resource, to prepare this resilience. So one way to prepare community about this resilience is community engagement. And between community engagement, we can use traditional know-how with this, all these women who already knows how to use local materials, and maybe have the materials we can sell for the building of modern architecture. So, and also we need to connect this traditional know-how with university to make a research. And now, and then we can perform some new materials who will be more sustainable, more, who will be more sustainable about climate change. Next slide, please. Okay, and in the end, I just want to say that Tempa has her bedroom here. So thank you very much.